G'day legends, it is Sunday morning. I'm here on the South Perth foreshore, just been for a run, 10k run. I had a tough day at cricket yesterday. We had a second innings and I got out for a duck, hit one to cover, and I was a bit flat yesterday. Haven't scored many runs lately. Got an 80 about 6 innings ago, and since then it's been pretty lean. So I feel like I'm playing well, but I just got to find a way to get it done. I keep getting out silly ways, different ways, but I decided last night I need to take it into my own hands. I know that when things haven't gone well for me in the past, I've gone back to working my ass off. I think I did an Instagram post the other day about the harder you work, the luckier you get, and it's something I've got to live by at the moment. We're coming into finals. We've got a 2-day coming up, and then we're on to a 1-day, and then it's finals. We're coming fourth at the moment. We're going to play finals, so I need to be in form. I need to be scoring runs and contributing to the team. So for me, it's got back to the drawing board, working hard, and it started this morning. Getting up early, going for a run, 10k run. I'm glad I did it, and I'm going to hit every day this week. Make sure I'm taking my own game into my own hands and not leaving it to anyone else. Not hoping, but making sure I get it done. I know there'll be people watching this that have had a tough weekend themselves, but you can't blame anyone but yourself. You can't look for excuses. You might have got a bad decision, you might have got run out. Those things maybe are out of your hands, but at the end of the day, you made the choice, you went for the run, you missed the ball, whatever it is, you bowled badly, you dropped a catch. No point blaming others. You've got to always look internally. You've got to always look for ways to get better. Don't blame yourself, don't beat yourself up, but look for ways, reasons that you can improve and get better so that you don't make those mistakes again and you continually are improving. That's something the best players always talk about. They're always looking to improve. So big message here. I could easily blame other things, but there's no point. It's not going to serve me. I've got to look within and find ways to get better myself. On that note, I want to give a shout out to my boy Angus Robson, who is one of my good mates. He went through a really tough 18 months. He came over and played a season here in Perth, which he struggled in. He got released from his Leicestershire contract in England, trialled with Sussex in the English county season last year and did well, but wasn't offered a contract. He's now back in Sydney and he's absolutely crushing it. He's scored 300s in his last 4 hits, opening the batting for Eastern Suburbs, and he's always remained positive, always had a great attitude and always just looked within. He's never blamed anyone. He's always just looked to get better. So well done, Horsey, setting an example to everyone watching this. I was just thinking that although I go for a run or go to the gym for physical fitness, it's as much for my mental fitness, my mental conditioning, my mental toughness. Just then I did 10k, and after about 6 I was hurting, I was sore, and I could have easily stopped, easily given that was the easy option. I had blisters, I'm hobbling a bit now, I got blisters on my feet. But I didn't. It was a fight within my own mind to keep going, keep ticking over, and I'm so glad I did. And now I can tap into that mental toughness, I can tap into that mental conditioning when I need to, when it gets tough in the game or when life's beating me down or whatever's happening, things are tough in the business. I know that I can get through that. I know that I push myself, and if I just take one step forward at a time, I know that I can get through it, and that's a great way to look at it for you guys. The exercise is great for your physical fitness, but you've got to test yourself mentally as well. No point just going for an easy cruise 2k, 3k jog. You've got to push yourself. You've got to get out of your comfort zone. You've got to really test yourself and push yourself so that it expands your mental toughness. It's so nice to have access to this pool after a run. I'm here, it's so quiet, beautiful day. Nice just to get in, cool off after a run, stretch the muscles out a bit, make sure I don't pull up too sore. Recovery is really important, especially as I get a bit older. In the 30s now, I'm 30, so I've got to look after my body, make sure I'm doing the right things. I've got to make sure I'm hydrating after my run. Everyone should make sure you do that after you exercise, lots of water or electrolytes. Make sure you stretch. Should always be an active stretch to warm up, leg swings and movement, and then a passive stretch to cool down. It's what I find is best. Some people might think differently, but it's what I find is best. Hey vlog, Sunday over here, and I'm getting some reading done. Reading a book called Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl.
It's highly recommended by a lot of people that I follow and look up to, some thought leaders around the world. And it is psychiatrist Viktor Frankl's memoir has riveted generations of readers with its descriptions of life in Nazi death camps and its lessons for spirited survival. Based on his own experience and the stories of his patients, Frankl argues that we cannot avoid suffering, but we can choose how to cope with it, find meaning in life, and move forward. At the heart of his theory, he's known as logotherapy, is a conviction that the primary human drive is not pleasure, but the pursuit of what we find meaningful. So I've only just started, I've read about 30 pages, and it's describing the conditions in the Nazi camps back in the war, which is really, really difficult to read and imagine what these people went through. He talks about how if you weren't strong enough to work, they'd just you'd be sentenced to death straight away. It's not something I want to go into now, but the book is really powerful. It's about finding meaning in life, and he talks about at the start about people who give up in their mind were the ones that gave up physically. He said that those that had something to live for and had a meaning, those were the ones that survived throughout the terrible conditions. Even though physically they had lost limbs and had a bit of gangrene, they kept their minds sane, and that kept them going. So it's really a great story. I'm going to try and finish this off in the next week or so, but it's all about your mindset and the power of your mind. It always comes back to your mind controls your body, so you've got to be working on your mind. You've got to have something that drives you and something that gives you meaning in your life.
Hey vlog, just here at Rebold Hill, the summit lookout, beautiful view, 360-degree views. We've got the city, Perth CBD, city in the background. There's Mrs. S. It's a bit windy, but as you scope around, we're not quite at the top because there's a few people up there, but you've got 360-degree views, you've got views of the beach and the city. Lovely to get out and about Sunday evening, just try and spend a little bit of time with Mrs. S and explore new places here in Perth. The sun sets in the west here in Perth, so it sets over the ocean. So it's a bit different to the east coast of Australia. We're very lucky in that we want to see a sunset that sets over the water, which is absolutely beautiful. But we're facing the east at the moment. We're on the west coast. We're near the water, so we're looking back towards the city. Yeah. What do you think? What do you think, Mrs. S?
It's great. Love it.
Hey vlog, just sitting here watching the Winter Olympics, the women's moguls, absolute carnage. Really respect these athletes. They work their absolute backsides off for 4 years, sometimes 8 years. My cousin was a Winter Olympian in the skeleton, and they sometimes train for 8 years to get to the Olympics. They get one crack at it, and if they make a mistake, they're often out. It's brutal, but it's all about performing under pressure, and these guys, the ones that win the medals, are the ones that are able to do it. And I just said to Mrs. S, it's their mindset that allows them to, it's their controlling of their emotions that allows them to do it, letting them perform under pressure.
Legends, Sunday night, and it is bedtime. It's 10:30. I've got to just have a quick shower and get to bed. It's later than I'd like to be getting to bed. Up at 5 in the morning, but I hope you've enjoyed today's vlog. It was a good day at home, sorting through some stuff, getting some admin done, helped Mrs. S with some jobs around the house, and then a bit of relaxing and a nice evening, heading out and doing something a bit different. So hope you all have a great week. You'll be watching this, it'll be Monday, so hope you're all having a good start to the week. I hope you have a great week ahead. How good your week is will be determined by your choices, what you decide to do, and also how you respond to whatever happens in your life. So really try and respond with a positive attitude. Whatever happens, happens. You can only control the controllables, and really try and make good choices to take you towards your goals. I'm Tom Sky. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Scolls Stories. Please like and comment if you haven't done so.
Please tell all your mates to follow us. We're trying to boost our channel. We want more viewers. We want more views on each video. We want more likes, more comments. So please comment if you're watching. Let me know who you are, where you're from. We're going to shout out people. We reply to everyone in the comments. So thanks very much for watching, legends, and I'll see you again tomorrow.